Hi, I'm Dr. Sonia Nayyar, and thank you for joining me in my dementia series. Today we're going to talk about treatment, and today specifically we're going to focus on pharmacological treatment, meaning what medications are there out there that helps with dementia. So there are basically two medications that are approved, two classes of medication. The first one is called acetylcholine esterase inhibitors. It's a mouthful, but basically there are three drugs within this category, and they were the first drugs that were approved for dementia. Now, they are usually medications that are taken daily, and the studies have shown that compared to placebo, they decrease the decline that comes along with dementia. Meaning it doesn't cure it, it doesn't all of a sudden make someone like an on-off switch get better, but it just slowly decreases their decline over a lengthy period of time. Within these drugs, I usually tell patients that I usually remind them that they are not cures. Unfortunately, there is no cure for dementia, and all we have are these medications that help symptomatically. Now, I always describe these medications like coffee. You know, in the morning you take coffee, it helps jumpstart your day. It doesn't increase the number of brain cells that you have, but it just helps you jumpstart it. That's how I describe these medications. The side effects tend to be quite minimal. Most people tolerate it very well. They do have some stomach side effects where you can get nausea, you can get some stomach heartburn type of sensations. And rarely they can cause some heart issues where they slow down your heart rate. Those are very rare issues, and most people tend to tolerate it very well. So if people tend to tolerate it, I tend to recommend to continue the medication. Now, the acetylcholine esterase inhibitors are usually recommended in mild to moderate dementia. Now, if you have more moderate to severe dementia, there is a secondary medication that you can add, and those are the NMDA antagonists. And this type of drug, also similarly to the previous ones, just slows down the decline of dementia. It has similar side effects with stomach side effects, but most people tend to tolerate them quite well. Now, I want to talk a little bit about vitamins and supplements. That's probably one of the biggest questions I get when someone gets diagnosed with dementia is what vitamins can they take? What supplements can they take? Unfortunately, despite multiple clinical trials looking at different supplements, ginkgo, coenzyme Q10, turmeric, all these type of things, fish oil, they have not shown that they tend to be any better than placebo. So I usually recommend against memory supplements. And unfortunately, there are some very common memory supplement companies out there that still kind of gear towards take this supplement and it'll help your memory. None of them have been proven by evidence-based literature to be helpful in dementia. And some of those are quite costly. Some of those cost $50, $60 a month. I usually tell patients if you have that kind of extra money, I would prefer you use that towards a dietitian or a nutritionist or some sort of physical activity, joining aerobics class or Zumba class or something like that. Because while the memory supplements haven't been shown to be helpful, we know diet and exercise can make a big difference. So just a reminder that if you have been diagnosed with dementia, there are some medications that can help. And two, I really don't recommend any other sort of supplement or vitamin outside of a normal healthy diet. The only two that may be changing down the horizon is really fish oil and turmeric. Those are two that I personally do believe may have a little bit of benefit, and some of those are quite easy to add, or if you're already taking for cardiac risk factors, can be helpful. But until the studies really prove it, I recommend just doing an overall healthy diet. Like we talked about a little bit earlier, and we'll touch upon on the next session where we'll talk about non-pharmacological treatments. Thank you.